Now to the flood crisis affecting both sides of the Murray. Communities in Victoria's northeast are bracing for more flooding with more heavy rain expected over the weekend. The forecast is for more than 100 millimetres across the northeast and parts of Gippsland. Floodwaters are lingering in communities north of Shepparton after two massive downpours already this week. Residents in the already saturated Congupna spent today sandbagging their properties and preparing for the next onslaught. The town of Tungamah has been isolated by floodwaters and nearby Catamatite is on the verge of being cut off. The army has been sent into those towns from nearby Numurkah. Danny Morgan reports.
As floodwaters spread out across northeast Victoria, authorities have had to call in the military. Despite the best efforts of the army and locals, the creeping flood is starting to isolate towns.
And these events are not over by any means.
The Weather Bureau predicts falls of up to 100 millimetres in the northeast tomorrow. That will further isolate towns like Tungamah and Catamatite in the Goulburn Valley, while further north, Yarrawonga residents will again be on alert.
We have forecast conditions in terms of rainfall for this weekend that are likely to see the onset of major flooding on a number of our streams in northeastern Victoria and East Gippsland.
There's also renewed concern for communities to the north and south of Shepparton. After several days dealing with floodwaters, the novelty has certainly worn off for Congupna residents. They say they're not getting much information about where the water is moving, and there's a level of frustration with motorists driving through, pushing waves of water into already inundated houses.
Whackers driving through this water flat out.
Half a dozen homes in the town have water through them, while many more are on the edge.
If we get the 100 mil on Saturday, well, we might as well just pack up and leave, mate, you know, because it's just going to be no point. It'll go all over the sandbags, mate. It'll be another 1.5 foot higher here, mate.
Even with no rain today, locals have watched the water levels creep up.
We're sort of, in an island, on an island and not being informed.
Until the picture becomes clearer, all they can do is brace for the next wave.
And reporter Danny Morgan joins us now. Danny, you've now moved north to the main street of Catamatite. What's the situation there?
Well, Tamara, the situation is getting quite serious here. There was a town meeting about half an hour ago and residents were told or urged to evacuate. The southern part of town is pretty much cut off by the Boozy Creek. I think you can see someone attempting to cross right now, but very difficult unless you're in a four-wheel drive. There's been several people try to get through and are making it at least to the other side of the bridge, but I'm not quite sure what's beyond them. The worry, though, is to the north of the town. That was the only road out, the only safe road out, and there's water coming across the road there now, and it's likely to be cut off soon. So residents were told, look, if you're going to get out before dark, but many are deciding to stay. They say they're worried about their houses, particularly those to the south end of town here. They're pretty much resigned to the fact that theirs will go under. There's a lot of activity around here at the moment. There is an ambulance driving around checking elderly residents. There's sandbagging in the police station just to my left here. And residents are being urged to put down their names and tell authorities whether they're leaving or whether they're staying.
And Danny, just looking over your left shoulder there, it looks like that driver's had a change of mind and has now reversed back and stopped trying to cross. In terms of the evacuation, how many people are we talking about here and where are they supposed to go?
I've been told there's about 300 or 400 people in the town at the moment. So, as I mentioned, many are deciding to stay, but those who do go are being urged to go to Cobram, which is to the north here. There's an evacuation centre set up at the sports stadium there, and so they'll be able to get shelter for the night.
Danny Morgan in Catamatite, thanks very much for the update.
Thank you.